मेरा नाम विनीत भया है और आज मैं विशेष तौर से आपसे बात कर रहा हूं हमारे एक मेधावी छात्र प्रखर नाहर के बारे में, जिसने 11वीं 12वीं में डीपीएस स्कूल में पढ़ते हुए मेरे साथ जुड़ाव किया अपनी विदेशी शिक्षा पाने के लिए। प्रखर की जो एबिलिटीज़ हैं वो तो खैर बहुत सारी हैं, बट मोटे मोटे तौर पे 3 प्रतिभाएं जो मैं विशेष तौर पे डालना चाहूँगा। ज़्यादातर बच्चे समस्या में समस्या ढूंढते हैं, प्रखर की काबिलियत है कि वो समस्या में समाधान ढूंढता है। दूसरा उसका क्रिएटिव एंगल, और तीसरा जो धैर्य प्रखर में है किसी भी चीज़ को सीखने का और उसके अंदर बारीकी ढूंढने का। उसके कारण प्रखर हिंदुस्तान से 12वीं करने के डीपीएस स्कूल से 12वीं करके अमेरिका के एक बहुत प्रबुद्ध विद्यालय पर्ड्यू से उसने अपना कंप्यूटर साइंस में अंडर ग्रेजुएट किया। इसमें एक और चीज़ जो प्रखर ने बहुत अच्छी की कि कोविड टाइम पे ज़्यादातर बच्चे जो समय को सही आकलन नहीं कर पा रहे थे और समय का सदुपयोग नहीं कर पा रहे थे, प्रखर ने उस 4 साल के कोर्स को जो वहाँ पे होता है उसको 3 साल में पूरा किया, क्योंकि उसने अपने कोविड के समय को अपने जो नॉर्मल कोर्सेज रात रात जग के हिंदुस्तान में यूनिवर्सिटी के अटेंड करने के उसके बनस्पत उसके साथ साथ उसने कई सारी दूसरे कोर्सेज साथ में किए और कई सारे इंडस्ट्री ओरिएंटेड कोर्सेज किए। उसका आज जिसके कारण आज प्रखर को ख्याति मिल रही है वो है कि फेसबुक मेटा जैसी कंपनी जिसके साथ उसने 3 महीने की इंटर्नशिप करी, आज मेटा ने प्रखर को जो इज्जत दी है उसकी प्रतिभा के लिए, उसको सिर्फ अगर मैं इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल पे, क्रिएटिव लेवल पे, लेकिन आज एक फाइनेंशियल एंगल पे भी आंकूं तो एक 21 साल के बच्चे को 3 करोड़ का सालाना पैकेज स्टार्ट करने पे फेसबुक ने जो इसको इज्जत दी है उसके लिए उदयपुर गौरवान्वित महसूस करता है। और हम जिन्होंने प्रखर के साथ और प्रखर ने हमारे साथ जो इतना काम किया उसके लिए हम प्रखर को बहुत बहुत बधाई भी देते हैं। ओवर टू प्रखर।
I'm feeling really excited about working at Meta. Obviously, given the situation that's going in the US right now with all the tech layoffs, it really feels great that I still have a job with Meta right now. And even during my internship experience, working at Meta was really great. I got to meet so many intelligent people as well. I got to learn so many new skills. And I'm really looking forward to starting working with Meta in January. So I'll talk about how I started applying to universities in the US. So when I was in 11th grade, I was studying in DPS Udaipur. At that point, I started realizing that there are so many opportunities outside India as well. In India, we only hear about IITs or maybe BITS Pilani and maybe some even other good engineering colleges, but there are also many vast opportunities in the West as well. So I started looking more into this, and I started preparing for an exam called SATs. And there are other exams as well, like TOEFL, subject SAT, so I started preparing for those as well. And this entire procedure was really new for me. I had no idea, I had no clue on what next steps I should be taking. Luckily, I had a really great career advisor and someone who was there to help me at every step of this, Vineet sir. So he really helped me out throughout this entire application process of reviewing my college essays, making sure that I'm ticking off every checkbox that's required to apply to every university that I was applying to. So that procedure, this entire procedure, if I were to do it on my alone, like by myself, it would be really difficult for me. But luckily, I had the right guidance from the right people. Then the next step that anyone might think is a really difficult step is moving to an entirely new country that you have no idea about. That I've spent my entire 17 years of my life in Udaipur. I've been here all the time. So moving to the US was a really big step for me. I had no idea what's going to happen there. So some people might consider that difficult step is how do you move to a new city where you don't know anyone, where you don't have any friends or family living there. So that's a really difficult step for many people and even for me as well. But the right thing that you do is you go there, you meet new people, you make friends, you adapt yourself to the society over there, you learn how things work over there. So that's something that really helped me adjust to that lifestyle. And then moving on from there, the next difficult thing, which I think is very unique to students of my generation, was the COVID year. So usually, when you go to a new country to study there, you think, okay, you're going to be spending your next 3 or 4 years over there. However, COVID happened during my freshman year, during my second semester of first year. So I had to return back. I returned back to India. So if you look at the number of software engineers in the US or even in India alone, there are millions of them. There are so many people who know how to code, but few of them work in companies like Meta or Google. On like how much work goes into actually working at a company like this, or how much, even in terms of like financially speaking, how much the total compensation these companies pay. So obviously people who have no idea about what the tech scene is like in the US, they are going to be shocked. So yeah, just know what your good skills are and what are the skills that you need to work on, and always try to go into things where you can really shine on your good skills while also working on the skills that you need to work on. So what that allows you to do is, first of all, if you go through this thing, you're gonna really excel at what you're doing. And in addition to this, just work hard, try to be productive and manage your time well. Even that's a skill that many people need to learn, like managing your time and being patient, having a creative thought, looking at things from many different perspectives. For example, if you're an engineer, you also need to look at things from a business perspective side, because tech or software only works if there's a business aspect to it. And there are also many other skills, like having the ability to plan things out, like looking in the future, how timelines are going to look like. If you're, for example, if you're working on a project, how timelines are going to look like. So there are so many different things.
Okay, keep on.